morning and happy Christmas from Atlantic Discovery. I'm just going to give you a quick tour around our website and the tracker. I'm not an expert, but I'm hoping that I'll make it a little easier for you this Christmas to have a look and see what the team are up to. So I'm on the home page of Atlantic Discovery, which is www.atlanticdiscovery.co.uk. And the first thing you'll see is the journey log. And we're adding to this as we go along. Because it's Christmas Day, you can see the boys are all wearing their Christmas hats while they row. They've achieved 900 miles, which is amazing. They've been at sea for 12 days and they've raised a combined amount of £10,000 for MS. On their journey, they've seen lots of seabirds, a group of whales. This was right on their first day. They've caught 2 dorados. They've cleaned their boat 4 times. And on the second day of their journey, Isaac lost his shaker bottle overboard, which was a very big event. So as you can see, the team are making very good progress to Antigua. And we need to boost up our fundraising so we can beat them on the orange and the blue lines. So if you just scroll down a little bit on your page, you'll see that there's an orange line button and a blue line button. If you want to, just click on these buttons and make a donation and you'll grow these lines and hopefully beat the team to Antigua. So the other thing I want to talk about this morning is the race tracker. If you click on the green line, you'll see it takes us to the Talisker Whiskey Atlantic page and the tracker pops up. Here you can see are 2 tabs, the team and the leaderboard. And here you can just filter the teams as you prefer. So if you've got favorites, you star them down here and then you can see how they're doing. At the moment, I'm only showing 4s, but if I want to show all the teams, you can see here all the teams are sitting. At the moment, I'm just going to have a look at the 4s. Then I'm looking at the leaderboard, and on the leaderboard, you can see Atlantic Discovery is sitting at number 6. And this is actually at the 24th of December when I'm doing this recording at 4 o'clock, and it shows they've traveled 833 nautical miles, and their target date of arrival is 25th of January at 2 o'clock in the morning, which gives them a total journey time of 43 days. So at the moment, Atlantic Discovery are sitting at the business end of the fleet, coming in at number 6. And if I want to see how they're doing in the 4s, then I can show they're doing really well, sitting at number 5. We are very proud of the boys rowing. So close down these tabs so that we can have a look at what's going on in the water. So just zooming out, you can see this red line is the as the crow flies line between La Gomera in the Canaries and Antigua in the Caribbean. This is where the teams will end up, and you can see them all sitting here. So you can use these zoom buttons. I'm going to zoom in to all trackers, and then you can click on the page and move it around as you like, so you can have a look and see where the team are sitting. These little crowns here show, you can see that Dutch Atlantic 4 are coming first in all teams and first in the 4s. They are doing exceptionally well. And at Christmas Eve, they're rowing at 2.9 knots, which is really strong considering the wind, which I'll show you now. So one of the options here, which I learnt from Eli, thanks Eli, is you can actually put the wind over the map so you can see what's happening. Here's a low pressure where things are quite quiet, and here you can see the wind is blowing south. So that would explain why some of the boats are facing in funny directions, and that means they've got their sea anchors on, and that's to stop them blowing in the wrong direction because they want to make as much forward progress as possible. So I'm going to zoom in to have a look at Atlantic Discovery. They are playing tag with the Row for the Ocean team, and Row for the Ocean actually passed the boys yesterday, and I see the boys aren't taking that sitting down, and they've moved forward to Row for the Ocean today. But if you point to I'm pointing to Atlantic Discovery now, the Row for the Ocean, they're 6th in 4s and 7th in all teams, and they're currently traveling at 1.3 knots. And if you look at Atlantic Discovery, there we go. They're traveling at 2 knots, and they're 5th in 4s and 6th in all teams. So it's very close between these boats, and that's one of the things the boys ask me regularly when I chat to them is, where is Row for the Ocean? They don't seem to be too concerned about anyone else. Along the bottom here, it explains how hard the wind is blowing. So at the moment you can see the boys are probably working in between 5 or around about 5 knots. And this is really interesting because you can toggle forward. So if we go forward to Christmas, midday on Christmas, look at that wonderful picture. The wind has gone up to about between 10 and 20 knots, and it's blowing the whole fleet to Antigua. So it's going to be a very happy Christmas for all of the boats, which is really great, but it might mean that the phone calls home are quite short today. And then just looking forward to the 26th, let's see what happens. Oh, brilliant. The wind's blowing even harder. So this is really great. I know there are lots of different models for the wind, but it does give us home shore-based team quite a good idea of what's happening, and it explains sometimes why the boats may be moving more southerly or maybe pointing in different directions because of the different wind. I just want to show you there's other options to have a look at here. If you click on showing wind, you can have a look at the wind, temperature, pressure, cloud cover, which is often interesting because cloud cover can be bad for power management. You can also have a look at the currents, the waves, and the rain. And let's have a look at the leaderboard. You scroll down and you can see the entire fleet's position, team, distance to finish, and velocity made good. So velocity made good, as far as I understand, is the distance or the speed at which the boats are making progress towards the end point. So it remains for me to wish you and your families a very happy Christmas from Atlantic Discovery. And we're happy in the knowledge that the boys are going to have a wonderful Christmas day, making a lot of progress.